What if I told you that two of the most powerful forces in the world are nothing but illusions? Money and drugs. One controls nations, the other destroys lives. They promise power, escape, and happiness, but in the end they become the greatest enemies of life. This is Timeless Hub. Welcome. In 2024 alone, over 100,000 lives were tragically cut short by drug overdoses in the United States. This alarming statistic represents just one side of the devastating impact of drugs, a crisis fueled by money and greed. From drug cartels to pharmaceutical companies, the pursuit of wealth casts a long shadow. The war on drugs has cost billions and countless lives, yet the flow of drugs continues, raising questions about who truly benefits. Money, the lifeblood of modern society, enables us to acquire necessities, build businesses, and pursue our dreams. It provides security, comfort, and a sense of freedom. But money, like a double-edged sword, can also cut deep, leading to greed, corruption, and a host of social ills. Drugs, too, present a similar paradox. While some substances offer medicinal benefits, alleviating pain and suffering, others have the power to destroy lives, trapping individuals in a cycle of addiction and despair. The relationship between money and drugs is complex and multifaceted, raising profound questions about human nature, societal values, and the forces that shape our world. This essay delves into the intricate relationship between money and drugs, exploring the motivations, consequences, and potential solutions to this multifaceted issue. By understanding the driving forces behind drug use, the allure of wealth, and the systemic factors that perpetuate this cycle, we can begin to develop more effective strategies for prevention, treatment, and social change. This is not just a matter of individual responsibility, but a collective challenge that demands our attention and action. Ignoring the issue or resorting to simplistic solutions will only exacerbate the problem, leading to further suffering and societal decay. We must engage in a nuanced and informed discussion, acknowledging the complexity of the issue, while exploring pathways towards a healthier and more just future. The pursuit of wealth is deeply ingrained in the human psyche. From a primal need for security to the desire for status and influence, money holds a powerful sway over our thoughts, emotions, and actions. We strive for financial stability to provide for ourselves and our loved ones, seeking a life free from want and worry. Money can open doors to opportunities, allowing us to pursue our passions, travel the world, and contribute to causes we believe in. It can empower us to make a difference in the lives of others, leaving a lasting legacy on the world. However, this pursuit of wealth, when taken to an extreme, can morph into an insatiable hunger, consuming our values and distorting our priorities. History is replete with cautionary tales of individuals consumed by wealth. From Roman emperors to modern celebrities, the pursuit of money can become an addiction. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, amassed a fortune but succumbed to fame's pressures. Lottery winners often find their lives turned upside down, facing isolation and legal battles. These stories remind us that money doesn't guarantee happiness and can lead to its demise. The world is grappling with an unprecedented rise in drug addiction. From the opioid crisis ravaging communities across North America to the proliferation of synthetic drugs in Asia and Africa, millions of lives are ensnared in the clutches of substance abuse. Drugs like heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamine hijack the brain's reward system, flooding it with dopamine and creating a powerful sense of euphoria that users desperately chase. This chemical dependence, coupled with the devastating social and physical consequences of addiction, makes breaking free a Herculean task. Families are torn apart, careers are destroyed, and individuals lose themselves in a spiral of self-destruction. The stigma surrounding addiction often prevents those who need help from seeking it, fearing judgment and discrimination. The connection between money and drugs is undeniable. Drug trafficking generates billions of dollars annually, fueling criminal networks, corrupting officials, and destabilizing entire regions. Cartels operate with impunity in some parts of the world, their vast wealth buying influence and protection. The pharmaceutical industry, while providing essential medications, has also been accused of prioritizing profits over patient well-being, aggressively marketing opioids and downplaying their addictive potential. The allure of easy money can tempt individuals into the drug trade, while those struggling with addiction may resort to desperate measures to fund their habit. Whitney Houston, blessed with one of the most extraordinary voices of all time, fell victim to the insidious grip of drug addiction, her talent and fortune ultimately unable to save her. Money fuels the drug trade at every level. From the farmers cultivating coca leaves in the Andes to the chemists synthesizing drugs in clandestine labs, financial incentives drive the supply chain. Underground markets flourish, offering a dizzying array of illicit substances to meet the demands of a global clientele. Corruption within law enforcement, border control, and government agencies further enables the flow of drugs, undermining efforts to curb their spread. The so-called war on drugs, while well-intentioned, has been widely criticized for its ineffective strategies and unintended consequences. Mass incarceration, particularly of marginalized communities, has done little to stem the tide of drug use, while exacerbating existing social inequalities. Some argue that the criminalization of drugs has only served to drive the trade further underground, empowering criminal organizations and hindering public health initiatives. While the picture painted thus far appears bleak, there is hope. Money, when used responsibly and ethically, can be a powerful force for good. Philanthropists and impact investors are increasingly directing their wealth towards addressing social problems, including drug addiction. Funding for research, prevention programs, and treatment centers is crucial to combating this complex issue. Medical professionals are exploring innovative approaches to addiction treatment, recognizing it as a chronic disease rather than a moral failing. Medications like methadone and buprenorphine, when used appropriately, can help individuals manage their cravings and reduce the risk of overdose. Harm reduction strategies, such as needle exchange programs and safe consumption sites, aim to minimize the negative consequences of drug use while connecting individuals with support services. Section 10. Navigating the maze. Navigating the complex world of money and drugs requires a multifaceted approach, addressing both individual choices and systemic factors. Financial literacy is paramount, empowering individuals to make informed decisions about their money, avoid debt traps, and build a secure future. Drug education, starting at a young age, is crucial to dispel myths, raise awareness about the risks of substance abuse, and promote healthy coping mechanisms. Open and honest conversations about drugs within families and communities are essential to break down stigma and encourage help-seeking behavior. Support groups and peer networks provide invaluable support to those in recovery, offering a sense of community and understanding. Individuals like Robert Downey Jr., who battled addiction for years before turning his life around, stand as beacons of hope, demonstrating that recovery is possible with the right support and determination. Section 11. The power of choice. Ultimately, the choice to use or abstain from drugs rests with the individual. However, we must recognize that these choices are often made within a context of complex social, economic, and environmental factors. Poverty, trauma, mental illness, and lack of opportunity can increase vulnerability to addiction. Similarly, the way we accumulate, manage, and view money is shaped by our upbringing, values, and societal norms. By promoting responsible financial practices, fostering a culture of empathy and support, and addressing the root causes of addiction, we can create an environment where healthy choices are more likely to flourish. Section 12. The pursuit of happiness. The relentless pursuit of wealth often comes at the expense of our well-being, relationships, and overall happiness. We work longer hours, sacrificing time with loved ones, and neglecting our own physical and mental health. The constant bombardment of advertising and social media fuels a culture of consumerism, leaving us feeling inadequate and perpetually dissatisfied. True happiness, it seems, lies not in the accumulation of material possessions, but in cultivating meaningful connections, pursuing our passions, and living in alignment with our values. Perhaps the most important question we can ask ourselves is not how much money do I need to be happy, but rather what truly brings me joy and fulfillment. Section 13. A call to action. The intertwined issues of money and drugs present a formidable challenge demanding our attention, compassion, and action. By understanding the complexities of these issues, challenging societal norms, and advocating for evidence-based solutions, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to live a healthy, fulfilling, and meaningful life, free from the grip of addiction and the corrosive influence of greed. Let us choose wisely, for our collective future depends on it.